Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's week update on our instruments. I'm your host, Dr. Peter. Now we are inside this consolidation. This is weekly chart on DXY, and DXY will form or give us the direction or clue or how to trade other instruments that are USD pairs. Now, this week, we had seen this reaction to the upside and a rejection, a pull downward, and this is the seller once again coming in. But the mood we are seeing here is if this closes, you know, in today, in the evening, late in the evening, once the market opens and closes like this will be an inside bar. So this will be a formation of an inside bar on the weekly time frame. And if it happens like that, it means that the sellers are taking over again to continue to the downside. So that is the mood that is being captured at the moment. So this is called an inside bar, which tells you there is a recovery and the seller are taking over, which means they intend going down to break the bottom. Now, on the daily time frame, what can we see on DXY? We know that this thing is not completed to the downside, at least 100 extension to the downside. On the daily time frame, then we can see this is what is creating the inside bar. So this may just be a WXY, here, which is a zigzag. It didn't actually break beyond 1618, which is still tell us is within a corrective format. It's nothing but a liquidity grab to grab liquidity above these highs here without breaking this area. If you had broken this area and this area, it will mean that we are back upside. But for now, this is a place that we don't expect price to take, or we don't even expect price to break this area now. So with this fall, it appears as if we are seeing pullback right now. Is it an ordinary pullback? Is it that we're going to have a correction? So the correction, if you're going to get a correction, this is not where you want to sell DXY. You want to wait. And again, I wouldn't advise that you buy, but you want to wait and see if we get reaction around this area without breaking this top here. This is where the resistance is at this moment between here and here, is where the resistance is. So if we get a full, correction, so we will look for a sell on DXY. On the 4-hour time frame, so we are taught that this will continue downward after this much recovery, almost breaking here. We were expecting like if this like with 1, with 2, with 3, with 4, we expect a with 5 to probably break to the downside, but this may actually be truncated. So the catch here is that once we break this top, then we are in for a correction to the upside, and we would watch for the correction before we sell again. But if we want to go down, we are going to break this bottom again. So once we break that bottom, we are going to have that correction. It's either we have this correction to the upside from this low, or right away after we break this, we'll confirm. So that's what I can see on the DXY. On the euro dollar, let's see the mood on the daily time frame. Also on the weekly time frame, on the euro dollar. So it's still the same. So this is the, the liquidity grab. below this low and below this low, and after this low, the price. So inside bar being, being formed now. So on the daily time frame, now we are seeing these, we'd expect that, okay, probably a 1, 2, a 3, probably a 4, probably we're going to break up before we have a bigger correction. So the big correction might just be in play now. So if we break down, if we are probably to sell from the top here, if we break down, we are going to take your sell away and wait for correction before you buy again. So I won't expect you to look for, a sell below here, but allow the correction to complete and look for a buy to the upside again without breaking this low. So this place we don't want to break now. I think we formed a low, and this week is going to be crucial. If it's not impulsive to the downside or corrective, then we'll take it to the upside. That's what I can see on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, yes, I think it's looking like it, because if we break this top to the upside, then it means that we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we should correct. So, but if we break this bottom, unlike the DXY that we felt this move to the downside, or to the upside at giving us like a 5th wave, it's not looking like that. It's a bit different here. So it's giving us like an A, B, and probably this is going to be a C, and which is going to run like a 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 to the downside without taking this low here. And we should look for a buy to the upside or a push to the upside. So for our members, those that are mentoring, there I will be telling you what to do on your ongoing trades. Now let's go to the NZD or pound USD. I'm going to push fast on pound USD. So let's see the mood on the weekly time frame. Pound USD also, you can see this recovery to break this area, but I think if this is one closes like this, probably we'll still see more move to the upside. Once we take this to the upside, it means that this is going back up. But otherwise, it would have meant an ABC or a WXY. Then probably we'll see, or let's say an ABC and X, for the fall. But we need to see how this is going to play. This is going like a full bar to have recovered to up to this point. So it is like a bullish pressure to the upside for now. So I will want to wait until I see the full correction of what this one wants to do. Yeah, so it's still very bullish, looks bullish, here. So it could be an hex, but this is a top place to break. If we should break here, then, but if we correct before we break here, it will be better. If we correct before we break this point, if we correct, then you can look for a buy. So once we correct, then you look for a complete correction, you look for a buy. That's what I can see here. On the 4-hour time frame, yeah, it looks like a 1, 2, and this may actually be a 4, a 5. So for now, this is not where you want to buy this. Allow it to correct. So if it correct and it's not impulse to the downside, it means that it's not breaking down for now. So if it corrects, we look for a buy to the upside, and that buy may really break this area. NZD USD. NZD USD. This is also looking like an inside bar. Yeah, the price, probably didn't take care. Yeah, it's still NZD USD and pound USD looks the same. If we're going to have a double correction that will set this lower, then we'll know. For now, it's looking like an ABC. Then this one still has more upside, just like in pound USD, it still has more upside. So we'll look for correction. If this corrects, then we'll take one more to the upside. Then probably if we get a sell setup, we'll look for it. Otherwise, if we break this area here, then the price is going back to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing here. You have to wait and see what is giving you on the daily. Yeah, on the daily, we may be seeing an ABC, probably an A, B, and a C. That's what it's looking like. This had not broken. It has broken an 100 extension. Maybe not almost at 1, 2, 3. Still within a corrective format. If it breaks above a 618, that is when you now say it's really an impulse to the upside that it's going to continue, but it's still within corrective configuration. That is what I can see here. So on the 4-hour time frame, so we are going to watch carefully because it can still break down, maybe not immediately. So it's still like an A, B, and this C is almost at 1, 2, 3. So we may see reaction. This may go up or it may come down. So if it actually comes down from this level and correct to the downside without breaking this bottom, then we're going to look for one more push to the upside. And at that point, we'll know if we're going to sell again or not. But it's looking corrective so far, not impulsive. USD dollar yen on the weekly time frame. So we felt like this may have completed this move. These reactions here may have completed this move, but we expect to correct to the upside. And I think we didn't get that immediately. This looks like an A, B, C, and this like 100%, 100 extension reaction here. We may not be breaking up again with that kind of a price action because we are in a sell and we're getting this. On the daily time frame, so on the daily time frame, we are yet to correct this move. So, and if it will be an A, B, and a C, but it looks like at least if it's going to be an impulsive to the move to the downside or a corrective, an A, B, C for more movement to the upside, we will know. But for now, we are looking for at least a buy, either correctively, to sell to break down again. And after that breakdown, whatever it gives, we will know if we are going to still buy. On the 4-hour time frame, I want to believe that you understand what I meant, because the correction may not be over on the larger time frame. So this probably looks to have run a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we saw all this liquidity grab here. So I think this is going up for now. It's going up, so we need to complete this correction. So wait for it, and it's a buy for now for me, and we are going to look for a sell later to break to the downside. On the Eurojpy, this is still trying us out really hard. On the weekly time frame, any movement so far? Yeah, apart from this movement, this may have completed your wave 4, and this may be pushing up to finish wave 5. But then we are still at this level that price may still do a double correction to the downside. So if we get a double correction, we will look for a buy from that level. But if it's going to push up, let it complete its wave 5, probably breaking this top, then we are going to come to the downside. This is impulsive, really, to the upside. It is impulsive, so this may actually go up the more if we break up, but we'll wait for it and see what it's going to give us. So for now, the setup here is a 1, 2, and this is a 3. This clearly is a 4th wave. Is it completed? It's still one simple correction on the weekly time frame. If we get a double correction, that will be fair enough for us. So even up to now, it didn't actually give us, yeah, it could have done an A, B, C. So it could have done an A here, B, and a C to complete that. And this is where we want to watch if this is going to develop into an impulsive wave. Otherwise, it could just be an A, B, C here, and of A, and this may be going up as an A, B, C, or B without breaking the top, and it's going to break down one more time. So we just need to wait. This area of indecision. So once we break above here, then you can look for your buy. But if we come to the downside again and break down, then we should be looking for, a sell. This gave us as if we're going to have that pressure, once we had this daily closure, probably that it was going to go down all the way to give us a double correction. But for now, this is going to close like a bullish tap now. So on the 4-hour time frame, we just need to wait. There's no pressure here, we just need to wait. This is nothing for now. We just need to wait and see where this is going. Otherwise, price may just continue to crawl up. And if it's going to crawl up, that means it's going to break. Once we go beyond a space here, then we'll know that we are going to look for a correction to buy and not a sell anymore. But price may still come to the downside. We need to wait on this. Then the last one, gold. Gold. On the weekly time frame on gold, we are obviously back to the upside. These are giving us a clear price action for more upside. And this week, it's also going up like this. We need to take this out to set the tone for more upside to break up. But it looks bullish on the weekly. On the daily time frame, it's one hectic consolidation. On the daily time frame, we can see that this is looking impulsive to the upside. This came down, as so for now, this triad A, B, C is A and a B and a C and a D and a E for now. So a break of this low, we actually now tell us that we are going down. But I can't see that in the, in the immediate. I can't see that. I think we are setting a tone to break all this high now. Another thing to see is to see this as because there are many ways you can actually, analyze gold. You can analyze it as an ABC, or a WSY of here of A, B, C, D, E as a triangle. And if you use the E as a triangle, this should be the last low for us to break. That means we are done with the 4th wave here and we are breaking up to do with 5. Another way we can look at this is to see this as a completion of an ABC, to have completed all this correction here, and that this is now a move to the upside. We have the first move, which is wave 1. Then we now have an A, B, C here, which looks like a running flat here, or a regular flat, whatever you call it, and that this is going up. So there's different ways you can look at it, but I think I'm more in tune with that triangle pattern. And if it's a triangle pattern, then this should be going up. But do you want to continue to buy gold from this level? Definitely, certainly I don't want to buy gold from this level. We need that correction now. So on the 4-hour time frame, what can I see on the 4-hour time frame? That this clearly had shown us a 5-wave, pattern here. This is a 1, a 2, and clearly like a 3 here. From here, it's beyond 168, which clearly tells me that this is an impulsive pattern. And so for here, this may be a wave 4 here. And I think the last wave 5 is where we are seeing all this noise. This may correct any moment from now, though we are seeing a whole lot of, volatility to just break the account of, the scalpers. These things will break your account. So for now, inside this wave 5, if we are done 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're doing a wave 5 now, I can see this looks like a 1, a 2, or 5, probably a 3. If we have not finished the 4th wave of 5 here, if there's still part of wave 5, 4th wave, that means we'll break up one more time before we come down. But otherwise, this is ready for a correction. So you don't want to buy from this level, really. It doesn't make any sense to buy from this level. We should be looking for that correction, at least a 50% correction, and then from there you can look for your buy again to break into, So if it comes down like a 3-wave format, then we look for a buy to the upside to break up. So with that, I've come to the end of today's forecast or update. Trade with care. Do like, comment, and share, please. So don't buy from here. Look for a correction to buy. Subscribe to these channels if you haven't. Encourage other people to also subscribe and share the link. Thank you.